There's one moment where he introduces Stimpy to someone else, and he starts out very nice. I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Stimpy. He's an idiot. Oh!
Yeah.
So as you're probably aware, the time has come to order your new iPhone, the iPhone 13. Orders are now open, and I thought that would grant us a nice opportunity here to talk about the differences between your options if you're considering the new iPhone. So this video is going to be a versus between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. What about the Unbox Therapy staff? Let's have them come in, and we'll have a little wild card here. We have no idea what they're gonna pick. We'll talk about price, we'll talk about battery, we'll talk about cameras, display, and so forth. Before we get into the video, I do want to talk about our sponsor today, who is Anker. As you're well aware, with any of these devices, you no longer receive a power brick in the package. Instead, you got to pick one up on your own, and I highly recommend Anker products. These are the power bricks that I use. This right here, this tiny little brick, their latest release, is a 20-watt power brick. They're calling it the Nano Pro. Look at this thing. That's 20 watts. This is 20 watts in this tiny little package. This is the 20-watt Apple charger that Apple sells. I mean, that is a pretty spectacular difference. This is actually more affordable. This is really, truly a no-brainer. Anker Nano Pro, the latest. Now, they do have other chargers as well, so if you decide that you want some more power to charge up other devices, and you can pick up something like this, which is the Nano 2. This is a 45-watt power brick, which is, I mean, not much difference in size from Apple's 20-watt power brick. 45 watts, 20 watts. Check the links in the description for a variety of products from Anker. No-brainer stuff. What are the attributes? What are the differences? I'm on the website. I'm actually going to order a phone right now. I'm going to pick whichever one I think is optimal. You might be able to guess, but maybe not. You might be surprised. Obviously, starting with the standard iPhone 13. So probably the biggest difference for most people is going to be the display. I personally have wanted to see 120 hertz on an iPhone for a long time, so I kind of hold that up as like a critical upgrade, which only exists on the Pro models. It's once you pick up 120 hertz that 60 hertz becomes a problem, because then you get really used to it and you feel like your brain is lagging when you go back to 60. But if you've never used 120 in the first place, well, you probably don't care all that much and you can stick to the standard model. All right, let's look at some other specs. When I look at all models, take your pick here, they are promoting the 13 Pro before the 13. I smell profit margin differences. Colors are another difference. So on the Pro, we have this new blue that they're working with. I think they call it Sierra, is that right? Sierra Blue, that is correct. You can also get this silver, gold, and graphite. I'm gonna pick my actual favorite scenario out of the bunch. There's different storage options as well, all the way up to 1 terabyte now, starting at $1,500. Oh, the other thing I should mention with the Pro models, you are capable of shooting ProRes video. So if you're one of these people that takes iPhone video and then puts it into a video editor, ProRes gives you extra flexibility that you haven't had in the past, a greater ability to adjust colors in your footage after you've already shot it, change the look of it, and so forth. And it's easier on your editing system, so regardless of which software you're using, ProRes is just buttery smooth to cut. But it's larger file sizes, so you have the 1 terabyte option if that's crazy important to you. The other thing to mention, you have to have at least the 256 model, right? In order to shoot ProRes. So you got to stay away from the 128 model if you intend on shooting the more Pro video format. It's always hard for me to pick between the Pro and Pro Max because of battery life, not so much display size. To be honest with you, I find this to be a fairly big phone. You can see, like, gripping it this way for one-handed use. I mean, this is a very individual thing. That might be completely fine for you, but for one-handed use, this is on the bigger side. There's a huge benefit with it though. Apple claims it's going to be the best battery performer yet. And then obviously when it comes to watching multimedia and so forth, you have the best experience when you have a bigger display. Also, the price goes up. So if I click on Pro Max and I'm looking at the same 1 terabyte option, that's a $1,600 phone on the high end. Your cheapest Pro model is $999 for the 128. if I was gonna get the Pro, I wouldn't go for that model because I'm gonna want to experiment with that ProRes feature, so I'm going at least 256. And I should also mention at this point that I'm gonna be doing a big iPhone giveaway as well. I've already ordered every single version and variant of the iPhone 13 mini, regular 13, Pro, and Pro Max. They're all coming to the studio, so don't worry about that. This is my personal iPhone pick, so it's a little bit different when you're thinking about the personal pick. Now let's go to the regular 13 because I'm always curious about the mini. Kirk's been using the mini for a while. It kind of got some love in the tech community. You're missing a few things, obviously, both with the mini and the iPhone 13. Chances are the mini is going to be the worst battery performer of the bunch, which is not great. So 17 hours of video playback versus 19 hours of video playback on the regular 13. What can I tell you? These are optimal figures that Apple provides. Are you going to actually achieve that? Everybody uses these things a bit differently, but I presume that the mini is going to be the worst battery performer of the bunch. The camera area is obviously different as well. Your best camera versatility comes on the Pro models with that extra camera unit. Price-wise, let's do price. So 13 mini, this one right over here, available in pink, blue, midnight, starlight, and product red, is going to start at $699 US. So the most affordable iPhone. By the time you step up to the regular iPhone 13, it goes up $100 in the same fashion that the Pro models do. So it's $100 difference here, and it's $100 difference here. I'm gonna make two picks. I'm gonna pick my own optimal iPhone, and then I'm gonna try to determine the value point for most people. This is hard to do. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is have everybody in the studio here come and select which phone they would go for so that we can get a nice little survey sample size of how the public is feeling, or at least the Unbox Therapy public, those that are in here. All right, so for myself, I'm taking the Pro, and I'm gonna take the regular Pro, not Max. This one, it's just a little bit too much of a brick, which is funny for me to say because I've been carrying around the folding phone, which is actually a brick. But it has me questioning the form factor a little bit more. So I think this is kind of a good size for an iPhone, manageable, still nice to watch video, and so on. So I'm gonna go with the regular Pro. So I'm already at $999. Now, which color am I gonna go for? Obviously, graphite is safe. Silver is safe. That's what this color is right over here. Gold, I'm not gonna do. And then the new color, Sierra Blue. I am gonna put a later case on it anyways. Actually, I have the new later cases. You can order these right now. I'm gonna go ahead and have to be boring because of the way the cutouts all interact with this aramid fiber on the very thin later case, and I'm gonna have to go with graphite because it just blends in so nicely. But if I wasn't going to use a case, I would probably take a chance on the Sierra Blue. As far as storage is concerned, man, Matt, you're paying $400 to go from 256 to 1 terabyte, and I don't really keep that much stuff on my phone. And even if I was to shoot ProRes video, I think it would be in clips where I could offload it. So the real smart move here is 256, but this is Unbox Therapy, so I'm getting the 1 terabyte. I know I mean, come on, what can I do? What can I do? So anyway, all right, there you have my selection. It is the Pro, not Max, 6.1 inch graphite, 1 terabyte. That's what I'm ordering. If you don't care about the ProRes video, if you don't care about 120 hertz, if you don't care about potentially better battery life, then I think you go with the regular iPhone 13. There's a reason why it's the top seller. I know you're lacking a camera module, but you're in there at $799. And I just think that the mini, for most people, some people love this thing, but I think for most people, I'm gonna recommend the regular iPhone 13. I will put most of the stuff in the cloud, so screw it. I'll say 128, keep it $799. Which color? Not red. The last couple product reds, I haven't liked the look of it. The blue is kind of nice here. Midnight's a safe choice. Midnight or blue. Those are my recommendations over there. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background on Ryan because some of you may not have met him yet. He's been working with the channel for years, but is actually the only remote team member. He's here right now, which is perfect for this selection. And he also hasn't used an iPhone in a while.
The last one I had was actually The 3? That's a lie. I had an iPhone 6.
6. Okay, I remember you had an iPhone 6.
I like the look of them. I got nothing against the iPhone, but this is too big for me. Like there's even the phone I'm using now, I think it's too big. I'd rather go down to something a little bit smaller. I mean, to be honest with you, maybe there's something in between these two if there was out there, but I'm not going to get picky. It would be this version, which is the same, right? These are just different.
Ryan's talking to Tim. Yeah, 6.1 inches.
Oh, these are the same. This is my model right here.
6.1.
I'm not a huge camera guy. I don't take a ton of pictures.
Right.
The price difference between these two then?
$799, $999.
Oh yeah, then I'm saving the $200.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good for me.
This is only 60 hertz, and this is 120.
I was gonna say
twice the refresh
I need
rate.
90, and there's no 90.
When you're thinking about your $200, that's also worth considering.
And battery life?
I think battery life's going to be fairly comparable on those two. Yeah.
Okay. Is it worth $200 the refresh rate? Maybe not, but 60. I'm going backwards because I think what I'm using right now is 90, and I really like it. But $200.
Android chatter.
Dang.
Android chatter.
I can't. Yeah, I don't.
Be honest though. Like if you're in the store, you don't work here.
I can't. Well, the thing is I'd have to swipe it and maybe remember what it's like to swipe 60 hertz. But that's just being spoiled. Let's face it. I'd probably
There
go for
he
this.
goes. He's locking it in at the iPhone 13. Here are your color choices.
I go blue. I'm a blue guy.
You're going with blue.
Yeah.
You
I
like
think
this blue right here?
Yeah, I like all
Okay.
blues.
Now, how much storage do you need? Are you a cloud guy, or do you need any extra storage locally on the phone? Because your $799 is getting you 128.
Yeah.
You can go all the way up to $1,100.
I don't need that. I'd probably land in the middle.
Interesting.
So the difference is $100. Is
Yep.
that? I think I need that. That's something that I think I need. I don't think I can do it on 128.
He's store and local. Here we go. So he's in at $899. Ryan has selected the blue iPhone 13.
And hold on, is that US dollars or?
This is US dollars.
Okay.
We're doing it in US dollars. You're gonna
Makes
pay.
sense.
You're gonna pay
Yeah.
more for the actual
Okay.
one.
All
Here in
right. I can do my own conversion. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
There we go. Well done, Ryan. After many years back.
Thanks for having me on.
All
Appreciate
right.
that.
Next up, Will. You have not used an iPhone also in a long time.
No, I use the S20.
Yeah, S20. But prior to that, you had the Pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been Android at least for your last two phones.
I've always wanted to switch to iPhone after this. I haven't been on iOS for a while.
Give it a try. See
Give it
what's
a
going
try.
on over
Give
there.
it a shot.
Right. Okay. Fair.
I think I would go for the iPhone 13 Pro.
Okay. Same one as me.
Not the Max, just the Pro.
Right.
With the extra camera, I could take a lot of Otis pictures,
Right.
as well as the 120 hertz.
Yeah, you're already
can't-
used to a high refresh rate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't go back.
Now, which color are you going for? You have a Sierra Blue, Silver, Gold, and Graphite.
I think I'm gonna go with the silver.
Silver?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
so
never
this,
had like a light phone.
Wow, I didn't. That's a little bit of a sideways one. I didn't see that coming. So he goes with silver. And how about storage? What do you need here?
I'll go with the 128.
128. You can't shoot ProRes. What if you ever needed to?
Okay, yeah, you reminded me. I gotta get the 256.
256.
Then, right?
So you're at $1,100.
That's a hefty.
Give me your credit card. Let's see it. You said you would do it in real life. Hand it
I
over.
give you the money? What?
Hand it
How
over.
does that work?
Hand it over.
Your Apple?
That's right. I'm saying that stings $1,100 for a phone, doesn't
does.
it? It would sting.
does.
I mean, we're trying to be like real world scenario. Like,
Well, I mean, I can finance it for $45.79
okay, all right.
a month, so maybe I'll do that.
All right, there you have it. Will selects the 256 regular Pro in silver. Next up is Kirk. I feel like I know what you're gonna do because of what you have been doing, but maybe you're gonna surprise us here today. Maybe your mind is all over the place. Maybe you're very conflicted right now.
I am, truthfully, because I just made the switch from an S21 to an iPhone, and dropping from 120 hertz to 60 was brutal. So I'm really intrigued by the 120.
So if you're talking mini, then it's a $300 upgrade if you want to go to Pro. Know what I'm saying? Got it?
Here's a question.
Yeah.
How much is that Apple Watch? I'm just saying,
It starts at 400.
so to jump
There's
from
like many different varieties, obviously.
mini to Pro is a $300 jump.
Correct.
But then if I get the Pro, I have to get the 250 because I want the ProRes,
Okay.
which is
So you're trying to fit in like a mini and a watch instead of no, which I don't mind. It helps to contextualize. Like what is the difference between $200 or $300? It's significant in this case. Like, well, $400 is an Apple Watch, but we could also add something to that and just say, well, what about AirPods? If you don't have AirPods, they're $250. You see what I mean? So you can have the Mini and AirPods Pro for less than the 13 Pro.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing that human beings have. That's a real thing that shoppers have to figure out what they want to do right now. What is that dollar figure, and what else could it be used towards?
The thing that I found right now is that I got the Mini and it stays in the pocket and I'm not scrolling around. I'm not doing that stuff as often. So then 120 becomes even less of an issue. Because I go Mini, my whole goal is to stay off of that stuff.
What he's trying to say here is that it's like a digital detox element to it.
Yeah.
It's like when you have the Mini phone, you're less obsessed with your phone, and he's not mad about that. He's saying there's a positive effect there.
I'm loving it. I'm loving life right now, the Mini life.
But that's a kind of alternative argument. I'm sure there's other people who feel the same way. It's a little bit unorthodox though. Like, to get a new phone to be off of your phone.
Yeah.
Is a little bit unorthodox, but
it really is.
There are
It's
Mini
weird.
lovers out there for a variety of reasons.
I would maybe take the hit on the hertz, on the rate, and go
Hertz hit.
Yeah, hertz hit. It hurts. It hurts. It really does. I would go to the Mini, and I would go. I mean, I'm gonna throw a later case on, so I'm gonna go black because that's just like a nice look.
Midnight.
But hold on, let me see that red.
You're gonna go red, but they're reds. You never know what you're gonna get until it arrives.
That's true.
Some of them are more towards pink. Some of them are really muted. Sometimes it's this really vibrant red. The last couple of reds I haven't been a huge fan of. But that's just me. You could do red.
I will go black. I would
He's
go black.
going midnight.
I go midnight
And-
Mini. I would go 128 and keep it in the cloud. Like, spend the money on a subscription.
$6.99. You're locked in. $6.99.
Yeah, that's it.
You're the lowest yet.
That's it. And then you hit me with a later case. What does that run?
You will need
That
this
Cyber
one.
Edition looks so good.
You will need this one, 45.
Hit me with that, and then I need the glass protector as well.
Look at you going shopping right now.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glass. You're all set.
So that's 45.35.
Yep.
So I'm at 779.
You're at 779.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. So we have myself and Will both selected the regular Pro. Ryan selected the iPhone 13, and Kirk selected the iPhone 13 Mini. Last up is Mo, and honestly, I have no idea what he's gonna do.
You know, I've been using this one, the 12.
12 regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But tell them what you just did.
Oh yeah, I just switched my SIM to the Flip. This is what I switched over to. I switched over to the Flip, and my favorite part about this is the larger screen. So I thought for sure I was gonna go here.
Oh, interesting.
But I think I'm leaning towards, and this is
you're going all the way?
This is a very unpopular opinion, but
Wow.
I really am enjoying the larger screen on the Flip.
Can you hold this for a second? Like, that's fine with you? And it's way heavier.
Oh, Nash has this. My wife has this phone. So I
Yes.
use it sometimes,
And?
right? And I love it.
You
The
mean she has
larger
the
screen.
12?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And the ProRes and the larger battery, it's so worth it.
Wow.
Plus, I got the cargo pants, so I got room in the pocket
Mo
for
goes
it.
all the way up.
Why not?
All right, Pro Max. Which color? They don't have a
bummer.
dark color anymore other than graphite.
Well, it's graphite then.
Okay.
And which one is it? And this has 120 hertz, and it has.
Of course, it has everything. It's
This is the full
you're at $1,200 for the 256.
That's the one I
the
want.
one. That's the one.
250.
All right,
Six.
you're all set. $1,200. So I came in. I went like even crazier than he did and went for the 1 terabyte version.
No, but you got this one.
Yeah, I got the
Oh,
1 terabyte
right,
version of this one. All right, so there you have it. The selections are in. Thank you very much for. We have a survey now. You can see. I guess it's not a typical spectrum in the sense that everybody here works at Unbox Therapy, so it's kind of a specific type of survey. We have 2 regular Pros. We have 1 Pro Max. We have 1 iPhone 13, and we have 1 13 mini. So it is kind of decently distributed across these devices. Of course, I want to know from you guys what you would pick and why. You can let me know down in the comments. And a reminder that I've got a large giveaway coming up because I ordered one of everything, and there's going to be an unboxing video showcasing one of everything, and I mean actually one of everything, every color, every color, every color, every color. So definitely subscribe for that. So I talked about Anker off the top of the video and showed you some of those power breaks. Now, Anker also has this other brand called Eufy. They do all kinds of things for your home, including robotic vacuums. Today, we're checking out the X8 Robo Vac. And instead of a single turbine, X8 is unique in that it utilizes twin turbines to deliver an 80% increase in airflow over previous models. Each turbine has a suction power of 2,000 pascals, making it perfect for any home, especially for those with dogs, cats, or any other furry friends we should know around the studio. Few dogs running around. Because of this tech, pet hair pickup in the X8 has improved by over 57% versus previous models. It's also got something called Ipath laser navigation, which builds a real-time map covering every corner of your home, creating a systematic cleaning path for the most efficient cleaning route. X8's AI map technology identifies and stores the layout of not one, but multiple floors of your home. Plus, access to the Eufy app allows you to utilize other features such as tap and go, sending X8 to specific rooms or locations in your home to clean. Now, there's also a hybrid model of the X8, which includes a mopping feature. Now, here's the cool part. Eufy is actually going to give away 8 X8 units on their Twitter handle at EufyOfficial. So all you got to do is head over there and make sure you're following them. But you can also keep an eye on my Twitter because I'm going to have the details in there as well. Thanks to both Anker and Eufy for sponsoring this video.